before we get on that, Gianni, our old pal, has asked what's our thoughts of the treatment of Thelwell and Stewart at the airport. A lot of videos doing the rounds on social media in the last hour or so. Obviously, we've been on here preparing for this, but I think you might have been able to get a look at some of the clips that are doing the rounds.
I saw very briefly one clip from the airport. I can't say I'm surprised. Do I like it? Absolutely not. But you know, tempers are fraying here, and I've got to be honest. I actually was a little bit concerned ahead of this trip to Norway that there could be a flashpoint that you know, because the fans will get in very close proximity at some point, whether it's the team hotel, the airport, whatever. There is an opportunity for fans to vent a little bit. Obviously, if Rangers had won the game tonight, then I don't think there's a problem at all. But it was it was an inept performance, and you know, whether or not Kevin Thelwell had any influence over the team that started the selection of it, he had his fingerprints all over it in any case, because these are the players that he's brought in, and they're clearly nowhere near the required standard. But we've been saying that for a while. The thing with bringing in his son is brazen, and if he didn't understand that would kind of raise a level of concern, suspicion, anger, then he's just not intelligent enough to have a job of that kind of nature, because that is obvious. That and they seem to accept that there was a concern there, but just thought, I will do it anyway. Look, I'm never going to endorse behaviour like that from supporters, but I can totally understand how frustrated they are. I can totally understand that if they see the guy, they'll let them know how they feel. I hope it doesn't go any further than that at any point.
Yeah.
You know, look, it's not nice to see, but I've got to be honest. I mean, I've been one of Kevin Thelwell's biggest critics. I'm sure that he hasn't liked a lot of stuff that I've been saying. And I can't take any of it back. He's put himself in this position. He's getting really handsomely paid for it, by the way, and he's making decisions which, in his capacity as the guy that's meant to be the decision maker who makes things better, all he's doing is making them worse, both for the football club and for himself. And you know, it's not nice. It's unsavoury. But you know, it's almost as if, I don't know, has he been caught by surprise? He kind of hinted at that the other day. That I felt was a terrible thing to say as well. That, you know, I didn't realise what a big club this was. What does that say about the research you've done, about your knowledge of the Scottish game? It just screams ignorance stroke arrogance. So, you know, he's really not helped himself.
I get him asking you how long a piece of string is. But do you think Thelwell and maybe even Stewart will be, after tonight, thinking, I don't need this. I really completely misjudged this job, the size of it. It felt like something had to give for weeks with Russell Martin. He went. I still have that feeling now, kind of. I don't know how this all changes.
Well, let me be cynical about that, Daniel, and perfectly honest. What you're suggesting is, will Kevin Thelwell think, nah, I had enough, I'm going to resign? Well, if Kevin Thelwell was to do that, then he'd be waving goodbye to whatever severance package he might hope to achieve if and when he gets the tap on the shoulder. Do I think Kevin Thelwell's going to walk away because people are shouting abuse at him? No, I don't. I think that he now hunkers down and hopes, against all hope, that Danny Rowell looks like a miracle appointment and that Robbie Thelwell looks like a miracle appointment. What do I think is likely to be the outcome? I think, and it's what I've said, and I keep saying it, it will get worse before it gets better for Rangers. And I think the most likely scenario is that Danny Rowell's going to struggle. He might be a genius. I don't know what he's going to do with these players. I don't know what Pep Guardiola could do with them. But I think he's going to struggle. I think this is moving into a different phase now for Andrew Kavanagh at the club. he was full of good intentions. He's actually shown, which is maybe commendable in a way, that he wants to stick with the guys for as long as he can. But I think if the Danny Roll thing goes badly wrong, and if they get to a point over the coming months where they feel another change is going to have to be made, then I think Kevin Thelwell right now has just walked in through the front doors of the Last Chance Saloon. And I think if they get to that point and Andrew Kavanagh feels it has to change again, well, you know, in my view, the position of Kevin Thelwell and probably Patrick Stewart, chief exec, they are untenable already. But if this bad situation gets even worse over the weeks and months ahead, then I think Andrew Kavanagh, and it might be the moment that he needs, a sort of moment of recalibration. Think, all right, okay, wipe this slate clean again and start again. And maybe next time when he does it, have a little bit more humility and an understanding to go and speak to people that know the Scottish game, to go and speak to people, hire people, or be around people who know what Rangers require, because he's put his trust in people that have got absolutely no idea what's required at Rangers, and he's getting the end results that you know as a consequence.
Aye. Well,